Now to the Bell's Melrose Sevens, the leading event on the Scottish circuit. It's always been able to attract top-class entrants from overseas. This year, no exception, and for the first time, a South African side represented by Western Province. From New Zealand, the Holders Bay of Plenty, and a Scottish seven masquerading as the Co-Optimists. Hazel Irvin reports.
This is the oldest sevens tournament in the world. Melrose is, of course, where the abbreviated game was first invented. But in recent years, the prized Ladies Centenary Cup hasn't been picked up by Scottish clubs. Oh no, it's gone overseas for the last 3 years. But there was very much a determination to put that right today. It was borne out in the early rounds by the surprise result as South African visitors Western Province went out to Boroughmuir.
Duncan McRae is clear, they can't catch him. Fitness has told in the end. And McRae has scored a very important try indeed.
And that set up this quarter-final lineup. The Scottish national side, masquerading as the Co-Optimists, faced Edinburgh Accies. Holders and strong favourites Bay of Plenty from New Zealand faced an in-form Gala side fresh from their victory in their own tournament. Kelso, Melrose finalists for the last 5 consecutive seasons, played Watsonians. And lastly, Jed Forest faced Boroughmuir. A look then at the best from those games.
And Townsend in the space. Steps inside. Good support play from Appleson. Change of direction off the other foot. He sees a space and he's clear and he's away. And that was a lovely individual try from Mark Appleson. That was sheer class and poetry. Appleson off again. Tony Stanger on the burst. He's power and strength. And they're not going to catch Stanger, he's going to go in there, and that was a beautifully timed pass.
We inside to Leighton Edwards. Cowie was the man, but they've changed it to Jones. Now Jones will run. This is Irehe. Irehe is gone. The switch inside to Warwick Paul, the captain. Warwick Paul going, and he's got the young fellow outside him. A superb score by Cashmore. That's a good one by Jim Maitland. Oh, and the catch by Leighton Edwards, and Leighton Edwards could be away. The powerful lad who was reserved for the New Zealanders at the Hong Kong tournament last year, and that could be the crucial score.
Anderson has this flaring pace that is just waiting to be utilised, but it's stolen by Heseltine, I think, who's running away down the corner. I don't think he can be caught. He's going to go in at the corner, and there is another try. Don Anderson being pursued by Miller and hounded, and that kick therefore can't quite work out as it had been meant to. There's Roxburgh from the pass from Bennett. What a lovely try, and how sharply taken and beautifully executed. That's how to do it.
Burns getting the support there nicely from Brown, out to Nisbet, a chance here, it comes from McRae to Craig Finney. Craig Finney going outside Gareth Scott. Craig Finney still, David Shield on there to McRae, and McRae has gone. McRae has gone, there's nobody near him. If he doesn't trip and fall, he'll score the first try of this quarter-final. Kirkpatrick wins it, Shield, a chance here for Scott, and Harry Hogg scores. That was very good combination. Jed's tackling is very sound. Interception by Harry Hogg. Harry Hogg took out 2 men. In fact, there are 3 there, and there must be an overlap here as Shield feeds out to Kevin Barry. Can the hooker come prop make it? Indeed he can. That's a super try for Kevin Barry, and that I think probably ties it up for Jed Forrest.
So the 3 remaining seeds all safely through to the semis along with Jed Forest. And it set up an all-borders tie against Kelso, and in addition, the game of the tournament thus far. Scotland, alias those Co-Optimists, against the Holders Bay of Plenty, the magnificent Maori outfit who seemed almost invincible.
And Tawiwi, he's going to try and go in on the narrow side. And is that the first score? Yes, the referee has awarded the try for Bay of Plenty. Tawiwi taking charge of all of these short penalties. Simpkinson getting in the action, but Turnbull stays on his feet that time and wins the ball. There's a little bit of space, that's good running from Appleson, he's thinking about it. Donny Weir himself, the big long legs going like the clappers. He's well brought down. but Millard's in there and looking for it. The penalty awarded to the Co-Optimus. It's been quickly taken, the try's been scored. Millard, the captain, took it immediately. Oh, this is a good-looking kick from Townsend. It's a cracker. So Iwi is going to orchestrate things, and Martin Jones is looking to his left, which is the way he's going. He's got Martin Jones in support. Takes it beautifully, and he was lurking there all the time. He steps out of the tackle, and there's a great try for him. For Bay of Plenty, and that was a setup if ever I saw one. Cashmore puts it over. And so Bay of Plenty lead the Co-Optimus by 12 points to 7. 5 minutes left for play, and look at the setting. There's where the heart of the action is. A penalty there to the Co-Optimus for, and again it's Millard, and again he's going. He's got support there, and it's been put down, and the referee says take it again, and they will. And oh, perhaps that was a little uncontrolled, but there's a chance to Milligan. Milligan's still going. Again, Millard. Co-Optimus with possession. Abosan and Townsend with great support. Townsend, and that's a wonderful try for the Co-Optimus for Ian Corcoran. What a good try it was too. The pressure was unrelenting from the Co-Optimus there, and great work by Dave Millard, the captain. He's had a good whack at that, and what another fine kick from Gregor Townsend. 14-12. There is 1 minute left, and Dave Millard, he's going to run, and he's big and strong. Is anybody going to get him? Well, Appelson's there as well. It's incredibly close. It's gone forward. Well, Millard was incredibly close. He had a go himself. And a lot of noise, the crowd making a tremendous din, and the New Zealanders have been given a penalty, and this is dangerous. This is where they have to run. Leighton Edwards is away, and that trip tackle, it's all right, he was clear, released the ball, but the Co-Optimus need it, and that was a vital trip tackle. The whistle is gone, and the New Zealanders have gone. The whistle and Bay of Plenty have gone. 14-12 to the Co-Optimus.
Barry feeds on to Scott, and young Scott beautifully out to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick, this tall number 8 forward, and what a marvellous pass to Kevin Amos. Now Amos is quick, and he's too quick for anybody there in Kelso. Jim Thompson, Graham Aitchison couldn't hold him. It was a superb try. Aitchison hanging up in the air. Kirkpatrick gets it there nicely. Beautiful bit of work to Callum Brown, and Callum Brown, who's built like a tank. Great stuff by him. David Shield taking it on, almost up to the 22. Shield still, and they've opened it up once more as Scott feeds out to Kevin Amos. He must score again. Amos again coming in off his left foot. Beautiful running by the wing. This is an amazingly useful fellow, this Callum Brown. And in there to Kirkpatrick. He's being chased by Aitchison. It's a good tackle by him. Scott again, the link man, out to Harry Hogg. Harry Hogg has Kevin Amos outside him. Is it going to be a genuine hat-trick? 1, 2, 3 for Kevin Amos. That's his 4th try of the tournament. He had one against Selkirk, and what a score. And it's Shield. Oh, Callum Brown going. He's such a powerful fellow with handoff and everything. Clive Miller saved it. Now out to Heseltine. Graham Aitchison going. He's got a long, long way to go. Oh, lovely catch there by Stuart Bennett. Bennett, the big flank forward, a lovely pass inside. And that's a great score by Graham Aitchison. All the way from their own line. A superb try. It won't be enough to save Kelso, I don't think. But it was a super try.
So to the final itself, and Scottish hands were definitely assured of lifting the Ladies' Centenary Cup at last. But would it be Jed Forrest, who hadn't won here in 19 years, or those co-optimists?
And indeed it's Jed in the unusual jerseys of red and white hoops who are getting the kick-off there from Gareth Scott. And the co-optimists there right away with Townsend. Oh, beautifully out there from Corcoran to Milligan. Milligan, the Stuarts Melville, the youngster. What a beautiful bit of running by him. Corcoran going all the way. Nobody's going to catch him. Derek Bevan, the referee, is alongside him. But what a start there for the co-optimists who've never won Melrose Sevens. Referee is playing advantage, and it's Townsend. Now it's out there beautifully from Appleson, and Doddy Weir is striding away at 6 feet 6.5 inches, stretching his legs. Doddy Weir's first try of the afternoon gets a great ovation from the crowd. David Shield with the restart. Turnbull with the feed. Millard with the long pass. Townsend with the catch. He's bracketed on either side. Oh, Townsend, that was magic. That was like a trout up a burn. Did you see him? Just a flick of the tail and away he went. And here's David Millard going with a lovely balancing act on the touchline. Millard inside everybody. This big, powerful London Scottish scrum half. Beautiful pass inside to Ian Corcoran. And Corcoran gets his 4th try of the afternoon. And that's some tally for a 7-a-side hooker. And this performance will give a great deal of confidence to the Scottish squad for next weekend at the World Sevens at Murrayfield. There's a long pass out to Kevin Amos, coming inside Milligan, tackled by Townsend. Back there goes Kirkpatrick. He did well to get rid of it. Down goes Turnbull. Back to Weir. This is Milligan. Out there from Townsend to Millard. Millard is still going. He's still got Corcoran with him. Corcoran is so fit, and Millard is going to canter home. There's no problem for him. Gareth Scott can't hold him. And so it's all one-way traffic here. There have been some one-sided finals here. I think Kelso once won by 40 points to 12. Mark Appleson ready to get the second half going. And you see there again, Doddy Weir winning ball at the restart, at his own restart. Turnbull with a huge pass to Appleson, and Appleson to Corcoran again, and Corcoran's having the time of his life. A beautiful pass out there to Milligan. Shield, good fellow, along the line to Scott. Scott to Amos. Amos almost away. Scott thinking twice about the long pass. That's good for the youngster. Goodfellow as well, the son of Alan Goodfellow, the coach of Jed, who played as a flanker and as a back for both Jed Forrest and Selkirk. Amos feeding, Corcoran with the dummy, and he's not going to score again, is he? Ian Corcoran, his 5th try of the afternoon. They'll be lifting their glasses to him at Netherdale, because he has looked one of the fittest players on the field. And there again, the Sentinels look down on this finale to the 103rd Bells Melrose Sevens. Restart by Scott. Turnbull knocks it back. Anywhere just to get possession. Now it's Millard once again. That was the switch to Townsend. That was on to Appleson. Appleson has pace. And he can swell. And he likes to run. Kevin Amos after him. Oh, did well, Kevin Amos, but Corcoran's done it once more. I tell you, he'll be killing himself at all this. Can you imagine it? Ian Corcoran with his 4th try of the final. Yeah, Scott caught. Gary Goodfellow caught initially. Shield. This is Gareth Scott. Now it's out to Kevin Barry. Kevin Barry, who did some lovely running earlier. Townsend to Turnbull. Turnbull. Now watch this gallop. The crowd are lifting to him. Kevin Amos after him, but Turnbull's going to score, and he'll get a right roar, I tell you. Derek Turnbull's first try of the tournament. And it shows the fitness that these big fellas have nowadays. You see, Kevin Barry had it for Jed, and it was that long pass intercepted initially by Townsend, and then Turnbull, having broken the tackle, felt the Gobi Desert in front of him, He still had about 70, 80 metres to go, but it was a marvellous run he made all the way. Great effort for him. It's lovely to score your only try at the end of the tournament. 61 points to 0 the Co-Optimists have won. That's the end of the tie, and that surely must be a record victory. Certainly is a record victory in the Melrose final. 9 tries have been scored, and what a finish. Can you imagine 61 points to 0? But Jed have done tremendous work. They really have fought very well indeed. But Co-Optimists have won this 103rd Bell's Melrose 7-a-side tournament, and they won it handsomely in the end.
So a record created in that final, created appropriately by the Scottish national team. The Co-Optimists then, the winners of the 103rd Melrose Sevens. Well, we've seen plenty of inventive play here, lots of strong running from Bay of Plenty. We've seen tremendous organisation and grit from Jed Forrest, but most impressively we've seen composure under pressure and tremendous character from the Co-Optimists.